Welcome to Filmwar. Let's cut the shit. This is a movie game show, so every second not spent playing movie games is a second wasted. Whoever has the most points at the end of our night will be declared Season 2 champion. Overall season champion. Remember, we do not say the word Goonies or Ferris Bueller or any variation of those words on this show. If you say those words at any point, all of your points will be deducted and you will be reset to 0. Tonight is our season finale. I've invited everyone that has won a tape this year back to fight for Season 2 champion. Since you have all proven yourselves before, do not expect the same common games tonight. There will be no creative portion to tonight's game. Only cold, hard movie facts reign supreme in the winner's circle. There will be a deserved champion crowned, and that champion will have their choice of any VHS cassette in my roster. If Brent wins, he has chosen Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. If Ryan wins, he has chosen Grosse Pointe Blank. If Jordan wins, he has chosen Mr. Holland's Opus. If Kyle wins, he has chosen It's a Wonderful Life in color like you'd want. Ooh. If Dan wins, he has chosen Field of Dreams. And if Seth wins, he has chosen Shawshank Redemption.
Something bothers me about that being colorized.
Tonight's winner will have 2 unique advantages as we move into our next season. The first draft pick in an upcoming special presentation, and the chance to host this show yourself at some point over the next coming year. Always wanted to put me in my place? You may have the chance if you win tonight. Speaking of advantages, you are all winners, yes, but some of you are better winners than others. So you carry into this game points equal to the tapes you won this year. 3 for Kyle, 3 for Brent, 2 for Jordan, 2 for Ryan, 1 each for Dan and Seth. Brent, you were technically Season 1 champion since you won so many games, but look what good it did you.
I like being inside these things.
You want another one?
Right now? Did you just write down another TV or something?
Yep.
Another TV
put in another TV.
Another N-U-T-H there.
This game is called Genre Feud.
This game is called Genre Feud. I will name a genre in 3 films, and you will each guess which had the highest budget of the 3. If and only if you get the budget correct, you'll be allowed to guess the theatrical worldwide gross for an extra point. So you have to get the budget right in order to go for the gross. Our first genre for Genre Feud is Past Future. These are all films that depict a future that has already come and gone for us. And those 3 films are Time Cop from 1994, which depicts 2004, Free Jack from 1992, which depicts 2009, and The Running Man from 1987, which depicts 2017. Let's start with Ryan. Ryan, which one of these films do you think had the highest budget?
I'm going to say Running Man.
Ryan is saying Running Man. Brent, what do you say?
I'm going to go Time Cop.
Brent is saying Time Cop. Seth, what do you say?
Yeah, I think Running Man.
Seth is also saying Running Man. Jordan, what do you say?
I'm going to go Time Cop. Time Cop.
Jordan saying Time Cop. Kyle, what are you saying?
The Running Man.
Kyle saying The Running Man. Dan, what do you say?
Time Cop.
A bunch of Time Cops and Running Mans, and the answer is Free Jack. So no one will be guessing for the gross theatrical income.
Wow.
Man.
Sleeper.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just
Free Jack took $30 million to make. Both other films took $27 million to make.
I guess
This is
extra.
what theatrical gross, it would have been Time Cop. Time Cop brought in $102 million. Running Man brought in $38 million. And Free Jack brought in $17 million.
Just bait and switch everybody.
Hey, that was a good guess from everyone. Good job, everybody.
Yeah. Pat yourself on the back for being wrong, gentlemen. All right, here is the next genre. We're going to speed through these, I guess. The next genre is city name. These are all titles that have a city name in the title of the film. Those 3 films are In Bruges from 2008, Philadelphia from 1993, and Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans from 2009. Let's start with Dan. Dan, which one of these films had the highest budget? And remember, you got to get some points to win that Field of Dreams, so best foot forward.
They had to pay Nick Cage, I'm sure. So I'll go with Bad Lieutenant, etc.
No, you have to say the whole thing. You have to say the whole thing, Dan.
Port of Call, New Orleans.
No, put it all together.
New Orleans.
Film by Werner
Knowledge.
Herzog, Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans, featuring Nick Cage and Eva Mendes.
Okay,
New
that's
Orleans.
good. Dan is saying Bad Lieutenant. All right, Kyle, what do you say?
Ace.
New Orleans.
I will also say Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans.
Kyle is saying Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. Jordan, what do you say?
I'm gonna go with In Bruges.
Jordan's saying In Bruges. Seth, what do you say?
Interesting stuff here.
I'm gonna try Philadelphia.
Seth is saying Philadelphia. Ryan, what do you say?
I'm gonna say a film by Werner Herzog, Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans.
Ryan is agreeing with Dan and Kyle and saying Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. Brent, what do you say?
Philadelphia.
Brent
Whoa.
is saying Philadelphia, agreeing with Seth, and Brent and Seth both get a point. $26 million to make Philadelphia, $25 million to make Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans, and
Tom
$15
Hanks
million to
budget.
make In Bruges.
I have earned a potato chip.
Wow.
So Brent and Seth now get to choose which film had the highest theatrical worldwide income. Let's start with Brent. Which one of these films do you think brought in the most money?
I think it's Philadelphia still.
Brent's going to say Philadelphia. Seth, what are you going to say?
Agree.
Both men are saying Philadelphia, and they both add to their total $207 million
whoa.
Philadelphia brought in. Bruges brought in $39 million, and Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans brought in $11 million.
Damn.
New Orleans.
Brent and Seth tied with 2. Everybody else has 0. Our next genre are films that primarily take place in Tokyo. And those 3 films are Enter the Void from 2009, Lost in Translation from 2003, and Shin Godzilla from 2016. Let's start with Kyle. Which one of these films had the highest budget? Take your time. Pick the right one.
I'll go with Lost in Translation.
I'm gonna say Shin Godzilla.
Jordan saying Shin Godzilla. Seth, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Shin Godzilla.
Seth agreeing with Jordan saying Shin Godzilla. Dan, what do you say?
Enter the Void.
Dan saying Enter the Void. Ryan, what do you say?
I'm gonna also say Enter the Void.
Man, oh man.
It's not on there.
Have
Give
you
me,
seen any of them? Do you like any of them?
Give me that Sophia money.
You're going to go with Lost in Translation?
Yeah.
Brent's saying Lost in Translation, and the answer is Enter the Void with $16 million. Shin Godzilla with $15 million, and Lost in Translation with $4 million. That means Dan and Ryan both get a chance to go for theatrical worldwide gross.
Wow.
Okay, Ryan, let's start with you. Which one of these films had the highest worldwide income?
I'm going to say Lost in Translation.
Ryan
For
is saying
income.
Lost in Translation had the highest worldwide income. Dan, what do you say?
Me too.
Both saying worldwide income was Lost in Translation, and they both get points. $119 million Lost in Translation brought in. Shin Godzilla
Nice.
brought in $78 million. And Enter
$1
the
million
Void,
for Enter the Void? That's nuts.
a paltry $1 million. I mean, Enter the Void, I feel, became much more popular on the internet afterwards
Yeah.
than it did in theaters.
Yeah.
Okay,
True.
we have 4 men with 2 points. Ryan, Seth, Dan, and Brent. Kyle and Jordan both have 0. Our last genre for Genre Feud are films that primarily take place in Los Angeles. And those 3 films are Swingers from 1996, Chinatown from 1974, and Strange Days from 1995. And I'd like to make a note. Please, dear God, release Strange Days on some sort of Blu-ray or 4K device. God damn it. Okay, let's start with Jordan. Which one of these films had the highest budget?
Sure.
Budget.
Goodness. Strange Days.
Oh, okay. Jordan's saying Strange Days. Kyle, what are you saying?
I'll go with Strange Days.
Kyle also saying Strange Days. Dan, what do you say?
Swingers.
Dan saying Swingers. Seth, what do you say?
I guess Swingers.
Seth is saying Swingers. Ryan, what do you say?
Cocktails bringing a lot of money. So Swingers.
Strange Days.
Brent saying Strange Days had the highest budget. And the answer is Strange Days, $42 million to make that movie.
Damn.
$6 million to make
Hey.
Chinatown, and only $200,000 to make Swingers.
Jesus. That's low. That's insane.
So,
What was 6 million in 1974 though?
we don't go by inflation, so it doesn't
No,
matter.
I'm just saying.
I
like,
have no idea.
Is that
Probably a lot.
high?
I mean, it would probably. I don't know if it would top Strange
42
Days, but
million.
it'd be up there. It'd probably be in the 30 millions if I had to guess. But
Right.
I'm not a mathematician, nor am I a smart person. The okay, so
.com.
Kyle, Jordan, and Brent both got that correct, so they both get to guess which one brought in the most money theatrically worldwide. Let's start with Kyle. Which movie do you think brought in the most money?
Oh boy.
Swingers.
Kyle's saying Swingers. Brent, what do you say?
Man, I mean, Swingers didn't really get big till it was already out, right? I got Chinatown.
Brent saying Chinatown, and Jordan, what are you saying?
Yeah, Chinatown.
Jordan saying Chinatown, Kyle saying Swingers, and the answer is Chinatown. $29 million that movie brought in. $8 million Strange Days brought in, and Swingers brought in $5 million.
Well, I thought it would have done more than Strange Days. Just because, well, I don't know.
200K makes $5 million. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, that's why they got
Back
Jack
then, there was
Nicholson.
literally nothing else to do besides go see Chinatown.
I'm going to keep the score as close to my vest for now. I might tell you guys later, but there is a clear leader. I'll say that as we move into our next game.
Oh my god.
This game is called Allocating Accolades.
Our next game is a new game, Allocating Accolades, a game only for winners. I'll be naming 3 films, all from the same year. You will guess which of the 3 won the most Academy Awards that year. Our first year, 2002, and those 3 films that you're going to choose who had the most Academy Award wins that year are Chicago, Adaptation, and Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Brent, let's start with you. Which one of these 3 films brought in the most Academy Awards?
Chicago.
Brent saying Chicago. Ryan, what do you say?
Oh, I'm gonna say Two Towers.
I think Chicago.
Seth is saying Chicago. Jordan, what do you say?
I think it's Chicago.
Jordan also saying Chicago. Kyle, what do you say?
Chicago can get all those music Oscars, so I'll go Chicago.
Kyle also saying Chicago. Dan, what do you say?
My logic as well. Chicago.
Dan also saying Chicago. Everybody but Ryan is saying Chicago, and they all get points. That won 6 Academy Awards that year out of 13 nominations.
Wow.
Lord of the Rings, Two Towers won 2 Academy Awards that year out of 6 nominations, and Adaptation 1 win out of 4 nominations. Seth, Dan, Kyle, Jordan, Brent all get a point. Okay, our next year for allocating accolades is 2012. And the 3 films from 2012 you'll be guessing are Lincoln, Life of Pi, and Argo. Let's start with Dan. Dan, which one of these 3 films brought in the most Academy Awards in 2012?
Poop-a-doop.
I was busy that year, and I haven't seen any of them. Argo.
Really?
Dan saying Argo,
Correct.
hasn't seen any of them. Kyle, what do you say?
Yeah, it's
I think
terrible.
I remember Life of Pi just getting a ton of them, so I'm going to go with that.
Kyle saying Life of Pi. Jordan, what do you say?
I think Argo won like Best Picture, didn't it? I mean, I thought it was kind of mediocre, but Hollywood loves movies about movies, and that's a movie where making a movie literally saved people from terrorists. So I think, I'm going to go with Argo.
Heard it put that way before, but yes. It
Jordan saying
makes
Argo. Seth, what are you saying?
very much sense.
Life of Pi.
So I agree with the Argo thing. Lincoln was good, but it's just another like historical thing. But Pi had so much like visual stuff, so I feel like they kind of ate that up and back then. So I'd say Life of Pi.
Everyone seems to be torn between Pi and Argo, but I was Lincoln and Argo. I think it's Argo too.
Brent saying Argo. And the answer is Life of Pi. 4
Oh,
wins
wow.
out of 11 nominations. Argo had 3 wins out of 7
Not
nominations.
that many wins, really.
And Lincoln
Oh,
had
wow.
2 wins out of 12 nominations.
All the visual effects.
Yeah, a lot of technical awards probably.
Yeah, Argo had a way better batting average.
I remember Pi having that one big win, but I didn't. Yeah, I remember that.
They won for visual effects while the visual effects workers who made the movie were outside the theater striking.
Striking. Yeah.
Wow.
Ryan, Seth, and Kyle all got a point there for Life of Pi. All right, our next year for allocating accolades is from 1967. And the 3
boy.
films you'll be choosing from are The Graduate, Cool Hand Luke, and Bonnie and Clyde. Let's start with Brent. Which one of these films brought in the most Academy Awards in 1967?
Graduate.
Brent saying Graduate. Ryan, what do you say?
That Mrs. Robinson, definitely the Graduate.
Yeah, I think it has to be The Graduate.
Seth is saying it has to be The Graduate. Jordan,
I just got to say, I love all 3 of these fuckings.
they're all tremendous films, which is why I
Well,
put
the
them on this
covers,
list.
the
yes.
posters.
I
Like
especially
Cool Hand
that-
Luke's
yeah.
poster is so good.
Yeah, Cool Hand
Yeah,
Luke's
yeah,
poster is awesome. Yeah.
I have a hard time imagining that it isn't The Graduate, though. I mean, yeah. I mean, between the movie and then like the music too and everything,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean, Jesus, I don't know. It's got to be right.
Jordan agreeing with
We'll
Brett,
see.
Ryan, and Seth and saying The Graduate. Kyle, what do you say?
I'll go with The Graduate as well.
All right, it's all Graduate so far. Dan, what are you saying?
Get in the boat. Get in the boat.
That means
gonna
it's
try to
not.
get some points. I'm gonna go Bonnie and Clyde.
Dan's saying Bonnie and Clyde. Everybody else is saying Graduate. And Dan, oh my God, gets a point for it. 2 wins for Bonnie and Clyde out of 10 nominations.
Oh,
Both
Fantastic.
both Cool Hand
Son
Luke
of a
and The
bitch.
Graduate had 1 win. Graduate had 7 nominations. Cool Hand Luke had 4 nominations. Dan gets a point.
Hell yeah.
man, they weren't giving out wins back then.
That was my second guess.
Yeah. Okay, we've got
second best.
1 more year at allocating accolades, and that year
Some
is
bitch.
2021, a recent one. The 3 films
boy.
you'll be choosing from are The Power of the Dog, Dune, and Belfast, all from 2021. Dan, let's start with you. Which one of these films brought Oscars that year?
Belfast.
Well, Belfast says winner on it, so I'll go with that.
I know.
Yeah,
Kyle's saying Belfast.
Well, I
Agreeing with
I
Dan.
that's
thought-
the logic.
Jordan, what do you say?
I thought this.
You know, I think Belfast maybe had like kind of slightly mixed reviews though, and that Dune maybe would have taken some technical awards. I'm gonna say Dune.
Yeah, I feel like I remember like hearing more about Dune, so I'm gonna go with that.
Seth agreeing with Jordan, saying Dune. Ryan, what do you say?
So I'm gonna say Dune. I wish and I think more awards should have gone to Power of the Dog, but I think Dune definitely got more accolades.
Well, this can only mean the answer is Power of the Dogs, but Dune.
Damn it!
Brett, you're saying Dune?
Yeah.
Brent agreeing with Dune. Everybody said Dune except for Dan and Kyle, so only Dan and Kyle don't get points. Dune had 6 wins over 10 nominations.
Jeez.
Power of the Dog, 1 win in 12 nominations. Belfast, 1 win in 7 nominations.
This game is called The Imposter.
This is The Imposter, and if you feel comfortable hearing that, you should not. For this special edition of Imposter, I'll be naming a director and 4 actors. 3 of those actors have appeared in the director's filmography. The 4th has not. You'll be choosing from multiple films to figure out the imposter for this one. Our first director is Spike Lee, and your 4 actors are Topher Grace, Randy Quaid, Steve Buscemi, Willem Dafoe. One of these gentlemen has never appeared in a Spike Lee movie. Which one is that, Brent?
Oh, come on. You're going to have to I need a chess clock here. All right. I know Topher Grace.
Don't talk it
has-
out. You don't want to shoot. You don't want to help anyone
All
else
right,
out.
I mean, joking.
Come on, Spike Lee
Um,
movies. You've surely seen the majority of them.
I don't think Defoe has.
Brent is saying Willem Dafoe. Ryan, what do you say?
I'm going to agree with that. I don't think I recall Defoe in any Spike Lee. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna bandwagon it because I've only seen Do the Right Thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon as well.
Jordan also saying Willem Dafoe. Kyle?
Sign me up for the bandwagon.
Kyle, so 5 gentlemen have said Willem Dafoe so far. Dan, you find yourself in this spot again. Which one are you choosing?
Yeah, I'm gonna lay down a bunt. I'm gonna go with nutbag Randy Quaid.
Dan,
That's what I
shit.
wanted to go with.
Dan is saying
When I leave here next month, Clark.
Dan is saying Randy Quaid. Everyone else is saying Willem Dafoe, and no points. Steve Buscemi has never been in a Spike Lee movie. Topher Grace was in Black Klansman.
Inside Man.
Randy Quaid was in Get
Man,
on
I
the
see- I
Bus,
saw Inside
and Willem
Man.
Dafoe
What the
was in
hell?
Inside Man. No points to anyone.
Sorry, Spike.
Yeah, no, Steve Buscemi has never appeared in any
Uh,
Spike Lee movies.
Damn it. I fucking
This
knew
one
that
was
too.
the easy of the 4, so I don't expect
Oh,
anyone to
great.
get any fucking points for the rest of this game.
Uh,
All right, our next director is Catherine Bigelow. And the 4 actors you must choose from are Kiefer Sutherland, John Krasinski, Elizabeth Hurley, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Let's start with Ryan. Ryan, which one of these actors was never in a Catherine Bigelow film?
I'm going to go with John.
Never seen a single one of her movies.
I bet you have. I bet you have.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Kiefer.
Seth is saying Kiefer Sutherland. Brent, what do you say?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Brett saying Jamie Lee Curtis. Dan, what do you say?
Elizabeth Hurley.
Dan is saying Elizabeth Hurley. Kyle, what do you say?
I'll go with Jamie Lee Curtis. I have no idea.
Kyle is
Yeah.
also Kyle's agreeing with Brent and saying Jamie Lee Curtis, and the answer is Kiefer Sutherland. Seth gets a point.
Wow.
John Krasinski was in Detroit. Elizabeth Hurley was in The Weight of Water, and Jamie Lee Curtis was in Blue Steel.
Are you making these all up?
Have you seen any of those films?
Weight of Water.
You see Weight of Water? Okay.
Yes.
Seth is the only person that has gotten a point at all in the imposter so far. Okay, going into our next director, Terry Gilliam. Here are 4 actors for you that may or may not have appeared in any Terry Gilliam film. Sean Connery, Sting, Cameron Diaz, and Juliette Lewis. Jordan, let's start with you. Which one of these actors has never appeared in a Terry Gilliam film?
I'm gonna guess Cameron Diaz, but I'm uncertain. There's a couple of people that I know have, but Cameron Diaz, I'm gonna guess her.
Jordan is saying Cameron Diaz has never appeared in a Terry Gilliam film. Dan, what do you say?
Juliette Lewis.
Dan is saying Juliette Lewis. Kyle, what do you say?
Let's go with Cameron Diaz.
Kyle agreeing with Jordan saying Cameron Diaz. Brent, what do you say?
Juliette Lewis.
Brent's saying Juliette Lewis, same as Dan. Ryan, what do you say?
Cameron Diaz.
Ryan saying Cameron Diaz. Seth, what do you say?
Cameron Diaz.
Seth saying Cameron Diaz. Everyone's saying Cameron Diaz or Juliette Lewis, I believe. And the answer is Juliette Lewis. Cameron Diaz was in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, guys. Sean Connery was in Time Bandits, and
Of course.
Sting was in The Adventures of Baron Munchausen.
Somehow I blanked on that being a Terry Gilliam movie.
Yeah, both Dan and Brent get points there.
Darn it.
I've been meaning to watch Time Bandits again.
Time Bandits
Oh,
is
it's
great.
a
Love that
journey.
movie.
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Journey.
All right, our last director for The Imposter is Quentin Tarantino. And here
Oh,
are
man, come
4 actors that
Feet.
have or have not been in a Quentin Tarantino film. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Kathy Griffin, Sydney Sweeney, and Rosie Perez. Let's start with Seth. Seth, which one of these actors has never appeared in a Quentin Tarantino movie? It's
This is
tough,
leaving me
isn't
way
it?
more- Yeah, this is leaving me way more stumped than I thought it would.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Rosie Perez.
Seth is saying Rosie Perez. Jordan, what do you say?
Boy, yeah, this is, boy, you got some real stumpers in this one, man.
You guys are winners. You have to be able to heed the call.
I was like, well, shit, I've seen every Tarantino movie a bunch of times.
This is gonna
and
be
I'm
easy,
like,
right?
I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn. No, yeah. I don't know. Kathy Griffin?
Jordan's saying Kathy Griffin. Kyle, what do you say?
I would have said Sydney Sweeney, but no one is picking her, so I'll go with Rosie Perez.
Your logical answer is Sydney Sweeney because she's the newest. I know Kathy Griffin's been in one.
Thanks.
Rosie Perez.
Dan saying Rosie
shit, yeah,
Perez.
my bad.
Ryan, what do you say?
The one throwing me off that I know nothing about is the Western one.
Hateful Eight?
Is that a Tarantino? Yeah. So I'm like, who
That
the
was a
fuck's
real
in
small
that?
cast, man.
I know, but it's like, I don't know. Shit, he destroyed a guitar. I know that.
If this was a
Let's see.
this is a trivia factoid game, you'd be getting a point right now. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's my life, I guess. I would say, I want to say Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Ryan is saying Mary Elizabeth Winstead was never in a Quentin Tarantino movie, and Brent,
Yeah.
last
Yes.
guess for The Imposter. What are you saying?
Second that.
You're gonna say Mary Elizabeth Winstead?
Yep.
Okay. Ryan and Brent are saying Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Seth, Dan, Kyle are saying Rosie Perez. Jordan saying Kathy Griffin. And the answer is Rosie Perez. Mary Elizabeth
Damn.
Winstead.
Oh,
Proof.
damn it.
Oh,
I knew
shit.
that.
Pulp Fiction.
Mary
I
Elizabeth
have
Winstead
never
was in
watched
Death
it.
Proof. Kathy Griffin was in Pulp Fiction and was dating Quentin Tarantino at the time. I just
She
found
was
out
like
as I
a
was making this
lawyer
game.
or something.
I knew that she was in Death Proof. I've never watched it.
And
Didn't ring a bell.
then why did you say that? Why did you?
Because I didn't. I was thinking of
Long game.
of their faces.
And Sydney Sweeney is in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Seth, Dan, and Kyle all got a point for that, saying Rosie Perez.
Oh, Rosie.
like your points.
Yum, yum.
Hopefully she can get in on one of these last projects. I want to see Rosie Perez's feet.
This game is called Meetings and Failures in Meetings.
Welcome to Meetings and Failures in Meetings. Tonight will be a wild one. You will be hearing 6 titles that a film potentially was released under in foreign markets. 2 of them
No
are
way.
real. 4 of them
Oh,
are
Jesus.
bullshit crafted by me. You can receive a point for each of the 2 titles that you can name. The first movie for Meetings and Failures in Meetings is Coneheads from 1993.
Oh, jeez.
And I know you are champing at the bit to hear these titles, so here they are. There Goes the Neighborhood from New Zealand. Sharpheads from Romania. Illegal E.T. from Argentina.
Shoot.
Aliens in America from Ireland. Family from Mars from China. And Crazy and Aliens from Greece. Let's start with Brent. No. Let's start with. We're not gonna start with Brent. Let's start with Seth. Seth, which 2 titles are correct from this list?
Oh, jeez.
There Goes the Neighborhood, Sharpheads, Illegal E.T., Aliens in America, Family from Mars, or Crazy and Aliens. 2 of them are correct.
I think Aliens in America.
I didn't know ET was legal.
Smoking tea if you got it, baby.
I think Sharpheads.
Okay, I'm sorry. Seth is saying Sharpheads, and which one was the other one?
Aliens in America.
Seth is saying Sharpheads and Aliens in America. Ryan, what are you saying?
So Sharpheads and Crazy and Aliens.
Ryan is saying Sharpheads and Crazy and Aliens. Jordan, what are you saying?
I'm gonna also say Crazy and Aliens. That's really funny. And then I'm gonna say There Goes the Neighborhood. It's the only one that doesn't make any sense whatsoever on any level.
Jordan is saying Crazy and Aliens and There Goes the Neighborhood are the correct titles. Kyle, what are you saying?
Illegal ET and Family from Mars.
Kyle is saying Illegal E.T. and Family from Mars. Dan, what are you saying?
I will say Sharpheads and Family from Mars.
Dan is saying Sharpheads and Family from Mars. Brent, what are you saying?
I also like There Goes the Neighborhood,
Okay.
Aliens in America.
Brent is saying Aliens in America and There Goes the Neighborhood. That was correct, right?
Yep.
Okay. And the answers are Sharpheads from Romania and Crazy and Aliens from Greece. Ryan got both those correct. He gets 2 points.
Wow.
Seth, Dan, and Jordan all get 1 point.
An international man.
He's going to hit the chips real hard now. He's going to hit the sour and the cream.
Our next film for Means Failures Meetings is Inception from 2010. And here are 6 crazy titles for you. 2 of them are correct. Sleepwalkers from Hungary, Genesis from Bulgaria, Change My Mind from Norway, Memory Shift from Italy, Dreamcatchers from Greece, and In the Minds of Others from Spain. Let's start with Dan. Dan, which 2 of these titles are correct?
In the Minds of Others, Spanish joint, and Memory Shift.
Dan is saying In the Minds of Others and Memory Shift are correct. Kyle, what do you say?
I'll go with Genesis and Dreamcatchers.
Kyle is saying Genesis and Dreamcatchers are the correct titles. Jordan, what do you say?
I'm gonna go with also In the Minds of Others, and I'll Change My Mind. That one's really funny to me. I like that one.
Jordan is saying In the Minds of Others and Change My Mind. Seth, what do you say?
I'm going to go Sleepwalkers and Dreamcatchers.
Seth is saying Sleepwalkers and Dreamcatchers are correct. Ryan, what do you say?
So I'm going to think that one of these has to be a single word because some country has to pick, just use a single word. And I think it is Greece. So Dreamcatchers because it's dreams. And then other than that, the most literal one would be In the Minds of Others. So Greece and Spain.
Ryan is saying Dreamcatchers and In the Minds of Others are the correct titles. Brent, what do you say?
Genesis and Memory Shift.
Brett is saying Genesis and Memory Shift are the correct titles. And the correct answers are Genesis from Bulgaria and Dreamcatchers from Greece.
Ooh.
Kyle got both. Ryan, Seth, and Brent all get 1 point.
Oh, yeah.
Good job, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Worldly.
Okay, our
Oh,
next film
yeah.
for Meetings and Failures Meetings is
Sir.
Moon from 2009. And the
Oh, that's a
6
good-
titles you can choose from are The Hidden Side from France, 2009 Moon Odyssey from Taiwan, It Stares Back at You from Germany, Time with Yourself from Japan, Forgotten Astronaut from Denmark, and Up There from Romania. Let's start with Kyle. Which 2 of these titles are correct?
I'll go with 2009 Moon Odyssey and Forgotten Astronaut.
I like the graphic design of that poster. I'm kind of mesmerized by it. I haven't
Cool
given
poster.
much thought to it.
Careful.
Forgotten Astronaut and Up There.
Dan is saying Forgotten Astronaut and Up There are the correct titles. Jordan, what do you say?
I also think Up There. Let's go time with yourself.
I really like Up There.
Seth is saying Up There, and
I'm gonna try The Hidden Side.
Seth is saying Up There and The Hidden Side. Ryan, what do you say?
I will agree with The Hidden Side. I think that's one of them. And then also Forgotten Astronaut.
Ryan is saying The Hidden Side and Forgotten Astronaut. Brent, what do you say?
I used to bring women back to my apartment to watch this movie.
Sure.
You mentioned that just on a recent show, just on the Christmas special.
did I?
believe.
Really?
Yeah, I think you just mentioned that.
Brent's
We talk about Moon that much?
Yeah, it was no. You said it was Moon and another film that you always used to put on.
The Elf or Elf.
Elf, yeah.
Not the Elf.
Those Christmas.
The Elf is that's a whole different movie. Inside, Time with Yourself.
Brent is saying Hidden Side and Time with Yourself. And the correct answers are The Hidden Side and 2009 Moon Odyssey.
Yeah.
Wow, they really did that.
Yeah. Nobody got close.
Kyle's Taiwanese.
Ryan, Seth, and
That's why
Brent.
I'm such a hard worker.
Cheater.
Ryan, Seth, and Brent all got Hidden Side. Only Kyle got 2009 Moon Odyssey. Okay, we have one.
They call this The Hidden Side in France. I'm Brent. This is my house.
Okay. Our last film for Meetings and Failures Meetings is
What?
Rounders from 1998. And the 6 titles you can choose from are You Bet Your Life from Andorra, Cold War Poker from Armenia,
Dora?
The Lawyer and the Cheat from Vietnam, The Last Play from Uruguay, and My Friends, My Enemies from Russia, and Cards on the Table from Brazil. Let's start with Jordan. Which of these 2 titles are correct?
I don't have the slightest idea. Let's go with Cards on the Table and You Bet Your Life.
Jordan is saying You Bet Your Life and Cards on the Table. Seth, what do you say?
Yeah, I think You Bet Your Life. Cold War Poker is hilarious, but I'm not choosing it. How about The Last Play?
You're saying You Bet Your Life and The Last Play are the correct titles? Okay, Kyle, what are you saying?
I'll do Cold War Poker and
Yeah, it worked for him last time.
My Friends, My Enemies.
How about it?
Kyle is saying Cold War Poker and My Friends, My Enemies. Dan, what are you saying?
I would have loved a nod to Kenny Rogers somewhere in here, but I digress. Cards on the Table and Cold War Poker.
Ryan, what are you saying? Which of these 2 titles are correct?
So, I don't know. Just the region of the world that Vietnam is in, and then Thailand's like fairly close. I would think that The Lawyer and the Cheat is going to be that. I want to pick the Andorran one, but also, why is Andorra up there? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I would say Cards on the Table. So Lawyer and the Cheat and Cards on the Table.
Ryan is saying The Lawyer and the Cheat and Cards on the Table. Brent, what are you saying?
My Friends, My Enemies, and You Bet Your Life.
Brent is saying You Bet Your Life and My Friends, My Enemies. And the answer is The Last Play from Uruguay and Cards on the Table from Brazil. Ryan, Seth, Dan, and Jordan all get 1 point. Nobody got both of them.
These are tricky.
All right, that brings us to the end of Meetings and Failures and Meetings.
Cats' collarbones are just floating in muscle. They're not connected to anything. That's why they can squeeze into everything.
You guys want to come over and watch Elf?
This game is called Name Drop.
This is yet another new game. name drop. I'll be naming a category, and we will go around the group naming films that fall into that category. If you can't come up with a film, you will be disqualified from the round.
Oh shit! It's like circling out.
Whoever can
You get that 10 card, baby.
Whoever can flatly say the names of more films from memory for each round will receive 3 points.
Shit.
Our first category is colors. The movies you must name have to have the name of a color in the title. Ryan, we're going to start with you. I need you to name a movie with a color in the title.
Blue Streak.
All right, Seth, on you now.
The color purple.
Jordan?
The thin red line.
Kyle?
The purple monkey.
Ooh, I don't know what that is.
It's an indie film.
Okay.
From the 30s.
Kyle's out. Dan?
I had Thin Red Line in my head, but
Kyle's out. Dan?
Green Mile. The Green
Mile. Brent?
Mile.
Hunt for Red October.
Okay. Ryan, back to you.
White Zombie.
Okay. Seth?
Yellow Submarine.
Jordan?
Three colors. Blue. Is that one of those?
Yeah. Okay.
Does that count?
Yep. Dan?
Clockwork Orange.
Brent?
Red Dawn.
Ryan?
The Green Knight.
Seth?
Black Mass.
Jordan?
Oh God. I don't know, buzz me out. I'm blanking.
All right.
Jesus hell.
Jordan's out. Dan?
Black Beauty.
Brent?
The one-eyed, one-horned, purple people eater.
Movie. Ryan?
Yeah, it is.
right.
Look it up. It is from the 80s.
Yo, dog. Did anybody say Snow White yet?
No. Snow White?
Oh God.
Seth?
The Green Lantern.
Green Lantern? Dan?
White Christmas.
Oh,
Ryan?
nice. Red.
Seth?
Did somebody say Red Dawn?
Yeah, somebody already said Red Dawn.
Oh my God. I have thought of so many more now that I've thought about.
Oh, shit.
I need a full title.
Austin Powers in Goldmember.
Dan?
Blue Velvet.
Ryan?
Fast Blue Ribbon. Goldfinger.
Okay. Seth?
Yeah, I got nothing.
All right, Seth's out. Dan, you got another one?
This is hard.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Is that a movie?
I'm pretty sure that was...
Yeah, it's a Pixar joint from
I don't know if that was actually... I think it's just called Clifford, honestly.
Oh, shit.
But
What?
I don't know. I guess I should have done a little bit more research into this game. All right, I'll take that one. There's a chance that it could be Clifford the Big Red Dog. So, Ryan, back to you.
Turning Red.
Okay.
An actual Pixar joint.
Yep. All right, Dan, back to you.
Or wait, maybe Disney. I don't fucking know.
Pixar.
Oh, okay.
Soylent Green.
Oh, man.
Okay. Ryan?
Oh, shit. I thought you said Brian.
No.
I was like, who the fuck's here?
It's
No, it's
you.
me.
He's stalling.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I forgot my colors
Are you out?
today. I'm out, I think.
All right, Dan. Dan gets 3 points.
Fuck yeah.
Although I do believe you had a little bit of help on some of those from off camera, did you not?
No,
That
no,
damn
there's
cat.
no one here. I'm
Pretty
just
sure
thinking.
Clifford's
Yeah,
wrong.
the cats. I was just trying to think. Yeah, there's no one
Okay,
here.
fuck. Okay, let me look up Clifford. If Clifford doesn't have red in the fucking title, I'll give Ryan 3 points.
God
as well.
damn it. Please.
Boo-doo, boo-doo. Boo-doo. Boo-doo,
Yeah, Clifford the Big Red Dog from 2021. All right. Yeah, Dan gets 3 points.
Wow.
God damn.
Damn, son.
Is that
Okay.
is that a cartoon VHS version?
No, it's the
it's my favorite
live action
movie, Brent.
animated one. They made
The
one.
Elf.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll have one more round in this game, and then the category is
Georgie.
biopics. Dan, we'll start with you this time since you won last time. Let me hear a biopic.
Lincoln.
Dan saying Lincoln. Kyle, what do you say?
Hoover?
That's not what it's called.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's called that.
So bad at this game. I'm out this thing, man. I can't remember
Kyle's
the name.
out. All right, Jordan.
I feel like that's all I watch is biopics.
Jordan, at least name the movie that Kyle's trying to say. Do you know which one it is?
Is it called J. Edgar?
J. Edgar. Okay. Seth?
Yeah.
That's such bullshit. J. Edgar. What kind of title is that?
Is it just called Adams with Paul Giamatti?
I don't know.
He's a good actor.
I don't know what that one is.
That's a
that's
TV
a
series.
mini series. That doesn't count.
That's a series?
It's
It's a
called
great
It's
series.
called John Adams, but yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a series. Okay, Ryan.
Milk.
Milk. Okay, Brent.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Dan, back to you.
Nixon.
Jordan.
Oppenheimer.
Brian.
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man. Brent.
Jackie.
Jackie. Dan.
42 is what it's called.
42. Jordan.
Walk the Line.
Walk the Line. Ryan.
Napoleon.
Okay, Brent.
Shit, bitch. The King's Speech.
King's Speech.
Oh,
Okay,
that's a good
Dan.
Prefontaine.
Damn it.
Jordan.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah.
A little deeper cut.
Sorry,
Yeah,
was
Jordan,
it my turn?
yep.
Okay, sorry. Ray.
Ray. Okay, Ryan.
Dang, this is crazy. Nope.
Ryan's
I'm
out.
done.
Okay, Brent.
Zodiac.
No. No, Zodiac is not a biopic. Okay, Dan.
It's about Donovan's
Man
song.
on the Moon.
Oh, fuck yeah, Man on the Moon. That's yeah. I love that one. Okay, Jordan.
Knew you would.
I'm Not There. Timmy, you know
I'm
that
not
one?
there.
About Bob
Okay,
Dylan.
Yep. Dan, back to you.
Aw.
Cool Runnings.
I don't think I can count that one either. That seems like Miracle.
Oh,
That's
come
like
on, it's a
Miracle.
true
That's not a
story.
biopic. All right,
No, go
Jordan,
for it.
name one more.
Oh, hell.
Shit, man.
Elvis.
Jordan's Elvis. 3 points for Jordan. You guys didn't say Ali. I figured that would be like one of the first ones you guys
God,
would say.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
As soon as you say that, then I'm like Cinderella Man or
Yeah, I
like
had other ones.
A whole bunch of them like that. All right, that was name drop.
This game is called Filmwar Royale.
Ryan has 11 points. Seth has 12. Dan has 12. Kyle has 10. Brent has 12. Jordan has 11. The reason why you
that's pretty
guys,
close.
the reason why you guys are going to need to know how much score you have is because you're going to try to beat each other out at Film War Royale.
Oh my!
Oh, dang.
This is the inaugural Film War Royale. You will each have 2 opportunities to choose a question from the board. Each question can earn you between 1 and 3 points, but the difficulty of the question rises with the points. Each wrong response will deduct a point from your total, but only 1 point max. It means if you get it wrong, I'm taking a point away. There are 4 categories to choose from. Soundtrack blues. You'll be given 3 songs from the film's soundtrack and must name the film. By any other name, I will read you a plot synopsis with the characters' names transposed with other characters played by the same actor, and you must name the film. Keywords. You must guess the film from 5 plot keywords. And movie menu. You must guess the film from 3 food-related clues. These are all relatively tough questions, and they are all designed to stump you. Choose wisely from this board. We're going to start with the person with the least amount of points, and that would be Kyle. Kyle, which one are you choosing?
Let's do soundtrack blues and let's kick this up a notch. I'll do for 3 points.
Kyle is going to do soundtrack blues for 3 points. Okay, here are 3 songs from a film. The movie is from 2014. The 3 songs are I Love You All, performed by the cast, It Must Be Love, performed by Madness, and Lady in the Red Coat, performed by the cast. Kyle, what is the name of that film? For 3 points.
What year was it again?
2014.
Babe, Pig in the City.
Kyle's saying Babe, Pig in the City. That is incorrect. That film is Frank from 2014.
Good movie.
Frank? Wait, is that the one with like the zombie?
Michael Fassbender's wearing
Yeah.
like a giant head, like a giant plastic head.
Scoot,
Oh,
Scoot McNairy's
Frank,
in it. Meg
okay.
Gyllenhaal. Yeah, it's a good film.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
very good.
Okay, no points for Kyle, and the 3-point soundtrack blues is off the board. Next up, Ryan. Which one are you choosing?
Keywords for 3 points.
Ryan is taking keywords for 3 points. All right, here are your keywords. This is a film from 1973. Con artist, non-linear timeline, mockumentary, Ibiza, and art forgery. What is the name of that film, Ryan?
Damn. Oh, fuck. It's the one with the cars, the chase. French Connection?
French Connection is incorrect.
Yeah, oh well. Yeah, negative points for me.
That film was F for Fake, the Orson Welles documentary from 1973. The 3 points
Oh, wow.
keywords is off the board now. Jordan, to you. Which one are you choosing?
Let's do 3 points by any other name.
Jordan is choosing 3 points by any other name. This film is from 1990. And here it is. Arthur Denton, Samantha Cain, and Elijah C. Scuggs navigate their way around New York City after a botched heist. What is the name of that film, Jordan?
I'm 100% baffled. I don't have the slightest idea.
Okay, I'll read it one more time. Arthur Denton, Samantha Cain, and Elijah C. Scuggs navigate their way around New York City after a botched heist. You have anything?
No, I really.
Okay, yeah, George.
I'm just gonna. I give up. Yeah.
Just say a name, anything.
After a botched heist.
From 1990.
Reservoir Dogs.
Jordan is saying Reservoir Dogs, and that is incorrect. That film is Quick Change from 1990.
The hell?
Jordan has a point taken away.
No idea.
Okay, let's go to Seth.
Keywords for 2 points.
Seth is choosing keywords for 2 points. All right, this film is from 1976. Your keywords are corporate politics, assassination, famous line, TV control room, suicide. What is the name of that film, Seth? Any thoughts?
JFK.
That film was Network from 1976. Okay. Seth gets a point taken away. All right, Dan, up to you. What are you choosing?
Keywords.
Keywords for 1 point. 1994. Here are your keywords. Wisecrack humor, Jack Russell Terrier, split personality, nightclub, green. What is the name of that film, Dan?
Oh, The Mask.
That's correct. Dan gets a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was The Mask. Okay, Brent, your turn on the board. What are you choosing?
What's movie menu again?
Movie menu is I give you a couple of different food-related items that are either prominently used or eaten, consumed in a film.
Give me keywords 1 point.
Brent's going for keywords, the last keyword on the board. This film is from 2003, and here are your keywords. Missing child, short-term memory loss, underwater scene, dentist office, fish. Brent, what is the name of that film?
Sam again. In 2003?
2003, Missing Child, Short-Term Memory Loss, Underwater Scene, Dentist Office, Fish.
I have no idea.
You gotta say something.
Fucking Dennis the Menace.
For saying Dennis the Menace, that is incorrect. It is Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Did everyone else know that one?
Eventually.
Dentist office
Dentist
guy.
office. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking animated. That's
Brent gets a point taken away. Okay, so we've been through the board once.
For the ringer.
I gotta go for some. Yeah, I gotta go for some points. I'll go for movie menu 3 points.
Kyle is choosing the biggest movie menu for 3 points. Okay, here you go. This film is from 2022, so it's a recent one. Oysters, s'mores, cheeseburger. What is the name of that film, Kyle?
Jeez. Oyster. S'more. Oh, the menu.
That's correct. Kyle gets 3 points.
Excellent. I remember that burger looked so good. I think I'm just hungry.
That was a good movie. I love that movie. Ryan, your last shot at getting some points here. Which are you going to choose?
Oh, movie menu 2 points.
Ryan is going for 2 points out of movie menu. Okay,
Yes.
This film is from 1988.
Uh-oh.
Here's your menu. Bucket of salad, medley of perch, 96-ounce prime-aged beefsteak.
Sam again. Mountain of Perch. Is that what you said?
Bucket of salad, medley of perch,
Medley of Perch.
96-ounce prime-aged beefsteak.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
That is incorrect. That film is The Great
Oh.
Outdoors,
Great
another John
Outdoors.
Candy film.
Oh, damn it.
The steak.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sick.
I was like, food, movies.
Okay, Jordan, up to you. Where are you going on the board? You've got 1 points left in movie menu and 1 and 2 points left in soundtrack blues and by any other name.
Oh well, let's try soundtrack blues for 2 points.
Okay, Jordan is saying soundtrack blues for 2 points. This film is from 1995. Boogie Shoes by Casey and the Sunshine Band. Smoke Two Joints by Sublime. And Suzanne by Weezer. What is the name of that film?
Oh, boy, I don't have the slightest idea.
I'll say them again. Boogie Shoes by Casey and the Sunshine Band. Smoke Two Joints by Sublime. And Suzanne by Weezer.
What year is it again? Did you say
1995.
that? 95. That's what I thought. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Jordan saying 10 Things I Hate About You is incorrect. It's Mallrats.
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 Huh.
I mean, I knew it wasn't right.
Okay, Seth, your last chance on the board. What are you going to choose? You've got 1 point for 1 points for soundtrack blues and by any other name and movie menu, and a 2 point for by any other name.
I guess I have to go the 2 point.
Okay. Seth is choosing the 2 points for by any other name. And here is the plot. The film is from 2000. Francis Begbie directs Teddy Daniels to an isolated location run by the angel Gabriel. Francis Begbie directs Teddy Daniels to an isolated location run by the angel Gabriel from 2000.
Is it Michael?
Michael is incorrect. That film is The Beach, starring Leonardo DiCaprio.
Man.
Okay, Dan, on you.
Movie menu,
You
1
ha-
point.
Movie menu, 1 point, Dan
Yeah.
says. Here's your movie menu. It's from a film from 1979.
Oh boy.
Snails, fresh wine, tuna fish salad on white bread with mayonnaise, a tab, and a couple of Twinkies.
Oh boy. That sounds like something I should know and I don't.
Snails, fresh wine, tuna fish salad on white bread with mayonnaise, a tab, and a couple of Twinkies.
Yeah, that's what I get for not watching movies. I don't know. Fucking Caddyshack.
Dan is saying Caddyshack's incorrect. It is The Jerk.
Oh.
I wouldn't have got that. Yeah.
All right, Brent. Last points are to you if you can come up with the correct answer.
should
Which
have
one are you
said,
choosing?
You should have said pizza in a cup.
Yeah,
What's
that's
left?
the food I think of for the jerk. I had the same thought. Pizza in a cup.
Okay, so you've got all the 2s and 3s are gone. You can do soundtrack blues by any other name or movie menu.
I can't win no matter what.
I wouldn't say that.
Give me Soundtrack blues in.
Okay, Soundtrack Blues, Brent sang, and this is for 1 point from 1991. American Girl by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Hip Priest by The Fall, and Goodbye Horses by Q Lazarus. What is the name of that film?
Silence of the Lambs.
Correct, Brent gets a point.
Ooh.
Very interesting. Very, very fucking interesting. I did not think I was going to get to this, but we have a 3-way tie for season
What?
champ.
3 ways.
Dan, Kyle, and Brent all have 12 points. Seth has
Wow.
10. Jordan and Ryan have 9. So now I got to figure out a way
good
to
run.
fucking crown a champion between Kyle and Brent and Dan. Of course, the 3 guys have been here since the beginning. I want you guys to go into a text message with me, just with me, okay, from each of you. What we're going to do, I have 4 remaining questions for Filmwar Royale. I'm going to give you guys basically a pop quiz. You guys all have your phones. I'm going to ask you 4 questions. You will text me the answers to those questions. Whoever answers the most questions correctly will be declared Season 2 champion. It's come down to this. I'm so fucking giddy and excited. Okay, here we go. The first question is, this is by any other name. It's a film from 2007. Ty Cobb tries to hunt down Desi Arnaz, who is trying to hunt down George W. Bush. Do not say anything out loud. Please text me your answer. 2007, Ty Cobb tries to hunt down Desi Arnaz, who is trying to hunt down George W. Bush.
Shit.
I have no idea. I think I may have your wrong number and I just texted something weird to somebody.
All right, well, I got with the other ones, so we'll just I'll just call on you. Okay, Brent, what are you saying?
Way of the Gun.
Dan, what are you saying?
Space Jam.
Kyle, what are you saying?
Catch Me If You Can, which is what I texted a stranger.
Wow.
You meet a stranger. Come and get me.
I hope, God, I hope it's the number of like an FBI agent or something like that. That's just like, oh, fuck.
Shit.
Okay.
Catch Me If You Can.
None of you are correct. Does someone else on the panel want to tell them what it is?
No Country for Old Men.
It's No Country for Old Men. No points.
Oh, fuck me.
shit, man.
No, I didn't
God
care for
damn
that
it.
movie.
Dang.
What? That movie's
Oh,
brilliant.
it's brilliant.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
Yeah, I was gonna
movie.
say it's one of my favorites, if not my
Okay.
favorite.
Anton.
Yeah.
Here's the next
Couldn't
one.
think of him. I can't believe I didn't come up with
Okay,
that.
here's the next one. This is Soundtrack Blues. Okay, you guys ready? This film's from 1996. Hey Man, Nice Shot by Filter. TV is the Thing this year, performed by Dinah Washington. Standing outside a broken phone booth with money in my hand by Primitive Radio Gods. Please text me your answer for that 1996 film.
The most 90s string of words I've ever heard anyone say.
Right.
Shay, I still don't have your number.
Okay,
Well,
Send it to a stranger.
shit, I just texted them two.
dude, Kyle, is this your first time with a phone?
My brain's fried.
He's deep into a role. He's this guy from the 1905, and he just got transported here, and someone threw a phone at him, and he's trying to figure it out.
No. Just high.
Nah. Nah. That was
Man,
pretty
just-
egregious.
Just smoke some
Could you
weed.
imagine being that in like a court, and it's like you're accused of murdering 12 people? No, I don't know about that.
They deserved it.
All right, Shay, did you get
Do it
that
again.
text message?
Okay, yeah, I got that one. Okay, Brent, what are you saying?
Just reality bites. I
Kyle,
don't
what are
know.
you saying?
She's all that.
And Dan, you got the correct answer. What is it?
Cable Guy.
Dan gets a point. It was The Cable Guy.
Oh.
Stevie.
See, the song I would have picked from that is Somebody to Love.
Okay,
Correct.
we had. Okay, this is another By Any Other Name. This film is from 1996. Two parents, Professor Philip Brainerd and Mysterious Disco Man, invite their son's future in-laws, Harry Zim and Lucy Emerson, over for dinner. Two parents, Professor Philip Brainerd and Mysterious Disco Man, invite their son's future in-laws, Harry Zim and Lucy Emerson, over for dinner. Okay, Dan doesn't have an answer. Kyle, what are you
Yeah.
saying?
Meet the Parents. I
Brent,
don't
what
know.
are you saying?
Back to the Future 2.
That movie was The Birdcage from 1996, starring Robin Williams and
that's-
Nathan Lane.
Yeah, I thought so.
Gene Hackman.
That's a great movie.
I thought it was Meet the Parents for sure.
Okay, this is the last question of the game. Dan has gotten additional points, so if no one else gets this last one right, Dan wins the game. So here we go,
tie's
guys.
gonna happen.
Or another tie is going to happen. This is a movie menu. This movie is from 2013. Whiskey, ecstasy, a Milky Way candy bar. 2013, whiskey, ecstasy, a Milky Way candy bar.
Call it.
Dan, just waiting on you.
I don't know.
2013, whiskey, ecstasy, a Milky Way candy bar.
I was fucking buried in work that year. I have no clue. So I don't know.
Hey, Dan is saying her. Kyle, what are you saying?
Caddyshack.
And Brent, what are you saying?
The Hangover.
That film is This Is the End. Dan is our season 2 champion.
Oh,
That makes
All
sense.
right,
fucking
way to go,
movie.
Dan.
well, you've done it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
How do you
Dan.
feel?
Yeah, it's so hard to describe after all the work. And first of all, I want to thank God. I want to thank.
You feel heavier?
God is good. Hallelujah.
Dan is taking home Field of Dreams on VHS. Now, Dan, you were the winner of the very last episode of season 1 too. So synchronicity, baby.
Yeah, I like to close strong. If nothing
Sure.
else.
You had not won one before you won that one last year. So
Yeah. I stumble out of the gate and lay down for a little while, and then I close strong.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
What you gotta do.
got a lucky lady at home then.
Yeah, that's why she's still around, man.
That's all for Filmwar. We have an
Still a month.
official season 2 champion. All hail Dan. He is taking home Field of Dreams on VHS.
all hail Dan.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at the Filmwar Pod and view our full video episodes at youtube.com/@Filmwar or at thefilmwar.com. Rate us, share us, kiss us, thrill us. This is the end of our season, but we will be back with season 3 soon enough, starting with a movie draft special at the end of January, where myself and a few of our contestants will draft out the theatrical releases of 2024 to see who can forecast the box office the best. Until then, is there any last words for season 2?
Movies are fun. Yeah.
Oh, hell, Brent.
Film is your god.
I am your God.
True.
That's what I got. That's what I got.
Gefilte fish.
You can see my nipple.
Godspeed.